It's tabletop time!
I'm Elle.
Jazza.
Mari.
And we're missing one person. Oh my god!
Where'd you come from, Dave?
I'm a trickster.
Yeah, we actually couldn't play this without Dave, so we're glad he's here. And we also couldn't do this without our patrons. So if you want to support us...
Well done.
Yeah, we said it at the same time.
Why are you looking at me? I'm trying to thank
Give her
our
a turn.
supporters. And
Thank you,
Jen.
patrons.
But thank you for letting us do this. Letting us be a little crazy, a little chaotic.
We've had a very fun stream.
I don't know. Take it away, Jazza.
Put your pills away.
We do have a reminder that we're launching a Kickstarter at the end of this week that we're very, very excited about. Let's give you a little preview right about here. Ooh, Kindred of the Abyss. Wow. 3D printed miniatures. They're very, very cool.
They're so cool.
They've
We've
been
been
painted
painting
up in the
them,
studio. They look amazing. They're very,
do
very,
look
very
really
good
cool.
minis. Really cool with the different paint jobs. And the Kickstarter itself is going to be really exciting and really cool stuff to see there. So
And the
Put a
Lord.
lot of
check
work
it out.
into it, making it look really professional. I'm really
Yeah.
happy with what we've done.
It's a really exciting landmark for the tabletop team. Really exciting.
We want to do a good job
production.
of it. Yeah, we've learned a lot. It's going to be great.
Yes.
All right. You know what else is going to be great? This episode of LUCEVERA.
Because we have a special guest tonight.
Oh ho.
Chat GTP.
No.
Oh my God.
Put down the AI.
Ashley Johnson. No, it's not.
I won't.
It's Martin. Sorry. Go on.
It's Jazza as
Lorenzo.
Santa Claus. I don't know.
What happened in
he's
last
coming
week's
to town.
episode?
Dual role
Oh,
play.
let me refer to my notes. I have a picture.
Yes, I'd love to hear what you've written down.
I have a picture of Lionel, who looks.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
He looks sort of like
Accurate
a
Lionel.
derp Harry Partridge.
Excellent.
And that's Lorenzo being dragged by a dog in a comical fashion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just,
Oh yeah, you didn't have the best time last session. did you?
No. So we returned to Allegrano with Lionel as company because we borrowed his family's cart or rented it.
Oh, what a joy.
We
Yes, he
had
had to
some
oversee it.
difficulty returning the pup that we the Canis Cornu. Thank
Named
you.
it something,
That
didn't you?
Lorenzo had a
Oh my
nice
God, like
little
Papa
bonding
Snow.
moment with, and that was frequently upended.
Hoppus aggressors.
But
You
we
did
did
name
indeed
it.
return it. We got paid.
I think the
Did
audience
name
named
it.
it.
Visto.
Oh, yeah, he did name it.
We
Visto.
eventually figured out the division of profits, which went 10 silver for Lorenzo, 1 silver for Ilio, nothing for Bianca, 73,
74.
74 for Leone, and 75 for Arvin.
Well, we're all paid according to our
go.
contributions, which feels about right.
The extra one was my medical bills. Yes, I've just have written here open cage and oopsies.
He almost stabbed again, but
yours is
saved
like
by a cabbage.
You like the abridged version of the notes. I like that.
And you should do it in cursive that you can't read like a doctor. Just be like this
should see
scratch
my
across the
sheet.
page.
My sheet is literally falling apart from where I write my notes.
Oh, we need a freshie.
Why don't you
That's
have
a
a
good
notebook
character
or
sheet.
something?
I do, but I want to put nice writing in there, so I write messy writing on my sheet.
Isn't that the worst?
Like a scrapbook.
I think like a good character sheet's like a good wedding ring. When it's got that wear, you know, it tells a story of something.
Or like a good teddy
Of a
bear.
journey you've
It's
been
falling
on.
apart.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like
well loved.
relationship.
On that happy note.
Yeah.
Do I have to worry about something?
Thanks, honey.
Love you. Anyway,
You doing ninjutsu over there?
Anyway, it's not important.
Tutting, finger tutting.
Yeah. Shadow no jutsu.
video games. I mean, role-playing games.
Close.
Same thing.
You were close.
Tonight, we open our session with everyone finally having a good rest. You all gained your experience from last session. After the turmoil of the last day, the sound of birds chirping and kids playing in the street as their parents head off to their work as the sun rises. is the backdrop to you all awakening, feeling well rested after a long and comfortable rest.
Okay.
A long, comfortable rest.
Nice.
One long rest.
One
is what you're
long
saying.
and comfortable
Gotcha.
rest that
Okay.
you can have taken if you need to restore things.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll
Just
take.
2 health.
You get a grit or a knack,
Ooh.
and then you get more stuff.
More stuff.
I think sleeping is more than 2 health.
It's 2 or 3. I can't remember.
Depends what you choose. Yeah, it's on the cheat sheet.
It is currently 3 health and 6 spirit.
Yeesh.
Hot dog.
The hot dog has got a cabbage on its horn.
It's also now captured. And,
Now gone.
Yeah.
That would have been a great name for the dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
And then
Hot
you
dog
could have
the
put
dog.
sausages on it, Tony. It would have cooked them.
Missed opportunity.
Now we have to go
But you
back.
could put the bun on top as well, and then makes the hole for the hot dog to go in.
Yeah, like just.
Oh, like the machine.
Yeah, you could have had like a New York. Well, I could have had a New York style NPC that has a Candace Corner that's
Guys.
Get your hot
Get your
dogs.
dogs.
Get your dogs.
New mission.
Get your dogs from your dog.
We have to go back and get another dog.
like fresh hot dog.
Its name's hot dog.
Yeah.
I'm an Italian Renaissance. I don't quite fit in the accent here. I'm walking here.
Partner. Okay, so we will
Chat's just like, what the hell?
This is us supposedly role playing in our role playing game. The dawn has
Hey, I
dawned.
am
Playing
role
something.
playing. Bianca's asleep. You know? It's morning. Just got to get that beauty sleep.
Arvin is no longer dead, so he's now working.
Yeah. Yeah. What do we understand when Mistress Della Rosa said we have a lot of work to do? What are we working on?
You'll find out when you go and talk to her.
All right. Well,
And in fact, at dawn, I'm going to say if you wanted to heal Arvin, you will have actually had to sleep for once. Because you were
Yeah, no, once
physically
I've-
wrecked.
No
Yeah.
working through the night.
So at this dawn, when everyone is either waking up to these sounds or resting, you hear a wooden spoon clattering in a pot walking down the hallway and waking everyone.
What's a spoon doing walking down the hallway?
Well, you don't know what is holding the spoon.
The fork's holding the spoon.
You really
Elio.
need more sleep.
Usa.
It's going to be a long session.
Bianca turns over and puts her pillow on her head. But no one sees that. So it's okay.
Lorenzo's up early helping.
This is the early. So that would mean
Okay.
you get out, you're ready to go, and you
Ready
get
to
up.
go.
Cool.
Okay, so realistically at this time, would Arvin still be completely
This
Dead?
would be waking you up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've probably just slept for like 7 hours. Like it's not even really a good, great sleep. For you, it's it's slept that long in a year.
probably ungodly amount of sleep, isn't
Yeah.
it?
You
It's
seem
like,
to be
oh.
almost dead.
There's meat between my eye socket and my eye. It's like just this sunken eyes filled out. Rise and shine, everyone.
Is
Sound of you falling down the stairs.
is Amelia working on breakfast?
Are you out there?
Yeah, I
you
head out.
immediately leave to the smells of breakfast being
Amelie.
cooked. Amelie, yeah.
Yeah. I head into the kitchen and offer to help.
Was it Amelie saying Rise and Shine?
Yes.
Yeah, it sounded much too nice to be Dolores.
Lorenzo, darling.
Good morning, Amelie.
Morning. We have a lot to do today. If you could help get the plates out.
Ready to do it.
Food on us. It's not always served like
Oh,
this. It's
okay.
like a good meal today.
Oh, a delight. Thank you, Amelie.
And you proceed to put plates out. Libero sort of ushers himself out of his room. Ilio is there. There's a couple of tradespeople or day laborers. Probably around this time you'd be arriving, Leone, if you're working today.
Oh, yeah. I'd be up extra early to make sure I get everything done because I've been away for so long.
And Arvin, are you coming down the stairs?
Yeah, I'm going to be stumbling downstairs.
I'll probably hear the stumbling and get out eventually.
As you're crawling.
You're like, oh, can't rock up later than him. Jesus.
Yeah, after the injured person, better make an appearance.
There is a snap of a like a cane against a blackboard.
Oh, I thought it was going to be me again.
As your back. Just...
You are all finally here. We have a lot to do today. Tomorrow is the expo at the King's Castle. So I expect you all have fantastic inventions for me to pitch.
Everything hurts.
Doesn't sound like an invention.
It's something new for me.
Yes, a voice raises up. What about my back scratch? Silence, says the libero to the laborer. And he's just like, I've told you, your back scratcher will not work.
The king has servants to scratch the back. You know.
Does Libera say anything?
That's
I'm
libero
assuming-
did just say something.
Yeah, but does he answer
He's waiting.
Della Rosa? No.
It's clear that they've already been having conversations for the past few days.
I mean, surely whatever you guys have been...
Which in the group will show their homework first?
Surely whatever you guys have been doing would be better than what we could come up with.
Well, my focus has been on instructing and managing the guild of late. I have nothing of particular merit anymore. And I'm not sure I'm ready to talk about my flying machine. It's too early, and you never did get time to help me with those parts.
Ah,
Elio was helping, I saw. Did a good job.
Yes, but I cannot do it without the... Oh, never mind, now's not the time.
without what?
No, he's right, we don't have time.
So the flying machine won't work to show.
Not for tomorrow.
Okay.
That's right. That was never on the table, I believe. Well, I'm going to require the whole day to be working. I have nothing finalized yet.
Perhaps I could help Amelie make biscotti. That would cheer anyone up who came to see what we were up to.
Make a charm check.
King.
Make a charm intelligence check.
Okay. Do I have a... Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're both dead.
Oh,
Yay.
they all exploded. Oh, we did reset it.
Okay, you can roll a normal.
There we go.
Podcast listeners, the cameras weren't working.
I got 3.
Yay.
Yo.
The table falls silent. Everyone looks at you. Amelie smiles. He's like, thank you. But back to what we were talking about. Darling? Dolores is like, so, you have nothing then?
Well, I don't think you should sell yourself so short. I'm addressing Dolores here. I think that perhaps you would be the best person with knowledge.
Well, obviously.
I'm afraid...
Do you have any ideas that perhaps I can help or we can help? And I kind of gesture towards Lorenzo. Realize.
Not really, she says. And she looks kind of like frustrated that is the answer. My days of being a master merciologist are, and she pats her missing arm with her free arm, long behind me. So my duties mostly focus on teaching now. So I rely on my students to come up with the excellent ideas.
I'm afraid while we all have projects or inventions that have promise, this last week in our focus on keeping financial heads above water, as well as the long-term nature of these projects has us a little unprepared.
I still have my ongoing projects, but I also have 2 others in the works that hopefully I can have one of the 2 ready for tomorrow.
What are they? And can we help?
Is it something
Possibly.
to protect you getting stabbed? That could be helpful.
No.
Shame.
Libero leans in. And would it be something you are willing to share with an open courtyard full of preening nobles and thieving alchemists?
Yes, I believe it would. As in regards to alchemists, they would require the insight and the knowledge of the ingredients and techniques.
Okay. Well, what is it then?
Well, the lesser of the pieces I was working on was a way to basically give a lightweight nature to objects, say wood. That's where the idea came about for the flying machine. If I can apply that to multiple types of materials, then that would have great benefit to the city.
Could carry more things.
The other is a concoction I'm working on that hopefully could either patch up minor wounds or alleviate some sicknesses. Very minor. It's not very far along, but I have some new inspiration.
And you think you could get something done by tomorrow?
I will endeavor to do so.
Otherwise, there is always... And his eyes settle on Leone.
I was going to look at him, so there you go. And so he's staring back at me. I slam my hands on the desk and I go, yes, that is a backup solution, perhaps. And then I jump off the table and I go get my thing. And I come back with it in my arms.
Okay. You're holding a pile of wood.
Yes.
And what do you do?
I start setting it up
Please do not shoot that in here.
outside.
Ooh.
There's a courtyard, isn't there?
Would that not be dangerous to bring to such an event?
I mean, there's only nobles there.
Yes, we're lucky. Maybe we'll.
Excuse you. I mean, though, there'll probably be guards as well, so
And
just
then
have to
again,
be careful what you take in.
It is ingenious.
Do you guys not trust me?
Well, I'm just saying someone who doesn't know you might not trust you.
But this is the. Anyway, I just keep setting up.
Wait. Wait.
Yeah, waiting.
You created it for, well, violence, but you adapted it on our recent journey for capture.
Didn't Lorraine
What if-
Liberi make it? We all think Liberi made it.
I say you as an inclusive,
Okay.
open term. But if,
As at this Dolorosa and Libero, you see they both look at each other and there's a shared glance between them.
I correct myself. On our recent journey, you see, Leone adapted the machine for the capture of the very thing that allowed us to earn our income this week. What if that is instead the pitch? Instead of a device of war, a device of capture? What if instead of improvising the combination of a fishnet and your arrows, you create things that can be launched upon a target to secure it?
I think you will find in your naive optimism, Lorenzo, that the crown is far more interested in implements of violent death than you would think.
That we can agree on. The war is something they'd be interested in. Weapons for war, protection.
There is an entire guild of siege weapons. They would not take kindly, though.
Leone grabs a really old plain canvas that's kind of broken and then quickly paints a target on it and then shoves it on the other end of the courtyard and goes back. So
Courtyard? You're inside.
Oh, sorry, I asked if there was a courtyard before and there isn't one.
No, there's an open space outside the front.
No people? Sure, just somewhere that's a bit safe.
It's a
Safety
large
first.
guild hall.
I don't know about you could tell people to get out of the way.
I will be standing to try and redirect traffic.
Wherever I feel like is safe. I fired this thing enough
So
times.
you take the demonstration outside.
Yeah.
You set
Okay,
up
good.
your
It's ready.
arbalast.
But don't do that.
It's not
public.
ready.
It's public.
There's 2 or 3 kids picking their nose on the side of the road, having a look.
It's ready.
Make an attack roll.
Come. Okay.
On which child?
Five successes.
That's good.
Nice.
With a sailing shot, this arcing bolt from your arbalast directly smacks into the middle of the bullseye on your target and devastates it. What did you put your target up against?
Oh, like a brick wall.
Whose brick wall?
The city's brick wall. No, I would have put up some like. Would there be hay? Like probably not, right? Nah, brick wall. Then that's
There was stacks of lumber.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Is he looking at the map?
Ta-da!
There is
We found a
loud
way to
scream.
create ventilation shafts.
Or demolition.
Well, I can see why you're the one testing it. Your aim is terrifying. Oh no. Okay.
Is it the convent of harmless nuns?
There is a.
Schoolyard.
So your arbalast bolt flies short and true and hits your target and sinks straight through the target and just. There is a sound of masonry and brick hitting the ground and a whole bunch of tiles slide off the roof of this building across from you as a probably about a meter wide chunk of wall basically caves in on itself and falls into the inside of this building.
I can fix that. But it works! Hooray!
Whose building is that?
I don't know.
Yes. Do we know whose building that is?
Dolorosa says, pack that up and take it inside at once.
Okie dokie.
And then she says, Lorenzo, with me.
Yes, mistress.
And strides across the hall towards this damaged building.
Looks like you're busy for the day.
And then says, at arrival, now what's Bianca doing during this?
I was standing back because I know how that thing hits people. And I was keeping,
Hell yeah. it does.
like, if anyone's going to walk through, keeping them away.
So you're still doing that?
Well, yeah.
You're a little bit distant from...
Dolorosa scares me.
Okay, so Dolorosa says to Lorenzo, it's a good thing they went home. Find the bolt.
Yes, mistress.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Challenge level 3. There's a lot of rubble. One success.
Oh.
With one success, you find, you know what, she's actually going to roll as well. You find part of it. You find like the front of the arbor. It's broken in all of the things, but not the whole bolt. She's like, is that it?
It's a piece.
All right. Put it in your jacket. Let's go. They're not home. And then she strides across towards the guild hall. And then she stops mid-stride, walks over to the two kids picking their nose, leans down and starts talking to them out of earshot of everyone.
I think that's where I'm standing near. 'cause I assume I was keeping
Well,
the kids
Dolorosa
back.
comes
Yeah.
down and kneels down next to the kids and is like, what happened here today? Oh my God, there was a machine and it shot a bolt and blew up that house. And then she like sighs, reaches around into her purse and pulls out 2 pieces of silver and is like, now if I give you this, you didn't see anything, yes? And then they nod and then she gives them a silver each.
Super special secret business.
Absolutely. The Cavalier of the Crown said so.
And you wouldn't want to disrespect the crown.
And then you all shuffle inside.
Well, that was something.
Well, you'd better hope the king likes it after that display.
Why would he not? It does the thing, it goes boom. It's so good.
Excellent demonstration, and that should teach those bastards for complaining about the fumes from Arvin's room for the last year.
The fumes?
What?
Well, it's extra ventilation for them.
Leonie,
We're not
you
gonna
do
keep the
realise
windows
that
open.
I've been sent here to write a report on the guild, right? And if it comes to light that this guild is damaging nearby buildings, I'm not sure that will be a good thing.
But isn't it better that we have something to present to the king?
Yes, but let's just pick targets wisely.
Okay, maybe next time you can choose.
Well, I'm not an expert in it.
Also, might I point out that Leona here is independent, is actually not a part of this guild.
That is true.
Oh, you make a really good point.
Yes, if you need to arrest anyone, there she is.
What?
What would you do without your cleaner? She does so many things around here.
Oh, I encourage you to look the other way.
Well, I could help by trying to make a brick wall for you to aim at during the demonstration.
Oh, that could be a really good idea. Something perhaps spongy.
Wait. Lorenzo, you were a waste of talent before, yes?
When you put it like that.
You spent your time with your master. You spent your time using your hands for work they were well
I
suited
was
for.
a mason, yes, mistress.
A mason. Did you ever build any walls?
I have dabbled. I mainly worked in the quarries.
Well, I know what you're spending your afternoon doing.
What would that be, mistress?
She gestures ahead towards the building that was just ruined by Leone.
Oh.
I could handle that.
Thank you. Well, we have our invention.
Yes, the made by Libero and yes, the guild.
Yes, I know Libero made it.
Yes,
You're just the test subject, yes?
yes.
I hope not the subject. I wouldn't want to be the end of that thing.
I wouldn't be onto either side of it. Have you seen siege weapons go bad?
Well, let's make sure that doesn't happen tomorrow.
I once heard of the counterweight on trebuchet. Dislodging and crushing the person using it.
Oh, yes, that was very interesting, wasn't it?
You heard about that too?
Yes, of course.
Well.
Your fascinations are fascinating.
So, we need a safe way to demonstrate this weapon by tomorrow in a portable fashion for the king's courtyard.
Oh, also, perhaps if we have time, could I make a second one to show one more fancy?
You won't have time.
Damn it.
I don't know you have the money because it's like 400
They're not going to
silver.
take this away from me, are they?
The weapon?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, that's all I'm worried about.
No.
It's more to
But
like fund and support the creation of more. Is that?
It's like literally an expo. So it's
Yeah,
like
okay,
you're
cool.
showing off your thing, and then if there's anyone interested, they'll then get in contact with you to
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
sick.
yeah.
All right.
commission.
All right, that's
Yeah.
fine. What was your question? Sorry.
There wasn't a question. It was you have your tasks.
And it will probably help having a cavalier to let you in and say that the weapon will not be used against anyone in the royal party. So that's my contribution.
So you have a task. What are you guys going to do to complete it?
Disappear to my room.
Classic
What's your
Arvin.
plan? Make a safe and portable way to demonstrate this weapon.
Well, you're busy fixing a
Yes.
wall.
Can I get an engineering check from you?
Oh, boy. Engineering?
Engineering.
Would that be what...
To build a wall?
But
I'd
if
say
my-
there's never been a more accurate
No, I
engine.
was going to say, but if my profession previously... Could I have advantage?
Don't you have to...
On this
Mechanically.
specifically. I wouldn't ask for an engineering check on anything else, but it's masonry work that I was raised around in.
Sure. I would have... yeah,
What were you...
I was going to say I would have also let you use a
Oh,
different
3.
trait with it if you wanted to.
Blunt weapons?
3. No, I was going to say strength with
Oh,
it
yeah.
instead of
Okay.
intelligence.
All right.
But with 3 successes, you over the course of the day, you can fix that. You do a pretty good job setting
But
the. There was no mortar in this wall. It was a fairly poor house, so it's more like stacking the bricks correctly and re-establishing it before the people get home. Yeah.
Would I have access to any like cavalier training things if any of the cavaliers were archery experts?
Look at what you've just done. You've just opened the doors to this. What? Yeah, Cavalier, what?
Like, are there archery like guards or cavaliers?
There are yeah.
So would I, as a cavalier, have access to a place where they might have targets?
There's targets at your garrison.
Okay. Can
There's probably targets at, like, What were you trying to go get them or something?
Yes. Am I
Moving them. Yeah, you know what? You can attempt to. You can go ask for
Okay.
permission to.
okay? Are they really big?
Oh, it's like stacked hay bales and straw men and stuff with paint on them.
Okay. Well, Lorenzo's out of action. Are you strong? You don't look strong.
Wow.
I'm working on it.
Can we take one of another worker?
I did pull his
You did carry that thing around.
and him.
Okay. Fine. All right. Let's go. Leona and I will go
Okay.
to try and get to target.
Is she
Don't
okay
get
with that?
hay, get wood or stone.
Yeah.
If you get a few layers of wood, it should be able to demonstrate its pierceability and strength, but be stopped in the air. Lorenzo's
Try and
voice
get
echoes
the
to you from
sturdiest
your
thing that I
consciousness.
can find.
Like a big tree trunk would work. Just
Yeah.
a log of wood.
I'm not carrying a tree trunk.
Do it.
I leave the obelisk there.
So you journey to the keep of the guild ward. And next to the keep of the guild ward,
Do you take your horse?
No.
you wouldn't need to.
I'm glad my horse wasn't here for this. Can you imagine?
I mean, you would be in the
Lost
stables outside
horse.
the city, yeah?
Next to the keep is a large archery range that is publicly usable. It's not constrained to the use of like the guard. There's
Ooh.
a couple of people firing arrows into some straw men.
Wow. Is there anything not straw that I can see?
Not really.
Are there
The boundary
officials?
walls.
Yeah.
Well, as luck would have it, as you are
Oh.
walking in and sort of standing there, hands on hip, I guess, looking around.
Well, that's some good looking.
Thanks.
Bianca de Aquila.
Oh my goodness. It's my boss.
And who would this charming girl be?
Lieutenant, this is someone employed by the guild that I'm investigating.
Hello, sir. I give a bow.
Leone.
Leone. Ah, wonderful. My name is Pietro. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance in my fine city.
What brings you here, Lieutenant?
I'm merely inspecting the grounds of my keep. I saw that feather from my window and came out at once.
You noticed.
Well, you preen it so much, of course.
See, it's very important. Thank you. Well, the King's Expo is coming up tomorrow, and the guilders have something they want to show the king that requires a target.
Ah, interesting. And in what way does that relate to the Cavaliers?
Well, I'm helping the citizens, of course, and keeping an eye on things.
What if you said, because I'm not the one who's going to be talking tomorrow, maybe you or someone else, said that the target was generously gifted by the Cavaliers? Little bit of sponsorship and
Haha. I understand why someone would think from the oligarchy that is appropriate, but the Cavaliers show no preferential treatment to private citizens.
And we technically work for the crown anyway. We don't need to prove ourselves that much. But
I wasn't aware you would be helping your guild. I thought you were auditing them.
yes, well, I found that often it's easier to see what goes on the closer you are.
Very good.
To
And
the
you
events.
are a guilder then?
no.
An employee.
Yeah,
Right. A laborer to help you carry the...
Exactly.
that's right.
I'm not carrying it. We're hoping to
What are you planning on taking?
acquire some kind of target for.
We're gonna fire a really big thing, and we need something soft for it to land in.
Interesting.
Preferably something a little sturdier than wood.
More. Well, of the archery targets, there are some heavier duty ones with lots of straw, but we don't usually make them out of stone or something like that. Make a charm check.
I gotta get more charming, really.
Is there some other thing you would like to use?
I don't think I can authority on my boss.
On your boss, no.
Which would be pretty funny.
Customer question.
Of course you can.
Excuse me, sir. What is with the feathers? I'm not familiar with the customs of Eligano. LUCEVERA.
The feathers of the Cavalier of the Crown.
So 5
And
successes.
you note his extreme plumed feathers in his hat.
Bianca's staring at it wistfully. He's got a huge feather.
That was a sweeping success.
I would also like point out that I
Man's spirit or something.
yeah.
What did you roll for?
I rolled for charm and I got 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
so you also get 1 spirit.
What if I already have max spirit?
Nothing happens.
Sorry.
you should speak.
More
we discussed
spirited.
this. It's plus 1 spirit.
Oh,
You get one. You get one above your
have
cap.
a spirit.
Yes.
You get one above your cap until you
I
use it.
am spirited by the sight of his feather.
One above your cap, just like your feather.
Yes. Sorry, do continue talking about feathers.
That's good.
Please.
Well, if I was completely honest, I would say it is just ostentatious nonsense.
But on the other hand,
It is a symbol of our pride in our uniform, in our order, and acknowledging that it is, well, to be fair, pomp and ceremony. We are only accorded a strict limit based on our hierarchy. One who has risen high within the Cavaliers can, of course, afford the honor of.
And he tilts his hat slightly, so like there's a jangle of multiple feathers.
Much like a peacock bird.
so is it real?
The feather, of course.
Why wouldn't it be?
Well, I don't know. I've never seen have I seen an animal that has a blue large plume?
I mean, you've seen like ostrich feathers that are really big.
Sure.
And you've probably seen them dyed. So yeah, you'd assume it's a dyed ostrich feather. If it's that. From Oligarchy of Kajet, you would assume a dyed ostrich feather.
Yeah, okay. Interesting.
Would you like one day? Is that what that face is?
No, I'm good.
Oh, well, feathers don't suit everyone.
I just think it's interesting the certain things that certain cultures adapt, I suppose. It's just good to know.
Sure. Well, it's important here, so,
Yes.
appropriate respect is good.
Well, for such an inquisitive and interested mind from the oligarchy, I look forward to seeing what you have worked on.
Oh, me too.
So go, take your target, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant. I think it will be a mighty show.
Yes. Now, I'm off to the public bath. It's time I rest my weary bones. I had the night last night.
You had a night.
Like, as in the duty.
Night
he had
shift?
the night. Like,
Oh, the
he
night.
worked. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So you'd assume, even that it's like later morning now, that he's probably finishing. And yeah.
Of course.
I go walk over to this thing and go to try to pick it up.
Make a strength check.
What's this one
Power.
made out of?
Bold move.
Like, probably if you go for the heaviest duty one there, it's probably like a wooden log with like a crossbeam on it and then
Okay.
all wrapped in straw like a big
Okay.
thick
This will
scarecrow
have to
ass looking
do.
person.
Just make sure no one stands behind it.
To carry this, you're probably going to need like 4 successes.
Ooh.
I can help.
You try. You can roll 1 extra dice.
That's not gonna do. I got
It
a
might,
2.
it might if you use a thingy.
No.
Okay.
You go,
Oh, it's too heavy.
and you can't lift it up.
It's too heavy. I'm sorry.
Can I look around at the citizens using
Yeah.
this place?
There's a.
Do
hunter.
anyone look really strong? I will scrutinize people's muscles.
Can
I make a muscle
acuity check or
checking
an investigation check?
You're like, hey guys, can you just flex really hard?
Yeah,
for me for one
everybody
sec?
flex. It's very important
Yeah.
cavalier business.
Muscle checking test.
Not as good. 2.
What are you actually doing that? What is your?
Yes.
What are you rolling?
I'm trying to
Said
see.
flex, everyone. Let's go. They're
What-
popping
No,
their
no.
guns.
I'm
I said,
trying
I
to
said
see.
investigation or acuity.
Trying to see who has the biggest muscles.
The biggest muscles present are probably from a what looks like a 16-year-old girl who is
Oh.
wearing green and has like a little foraging bags and leather pouches. Who's got a short handmade looking bow, is firing an arrow,
Oh,
and
okay.
she doesn't look like she has very big muscles.
And she's got the biggest muscles.
There is also an old man whose back is crooked from firing longbow his whole life, who seems to be firing with his other arm to try and like straighten his scoliosis out. And there is also a father who looks very, very overweight and unfit, and his small son who is maybe about 4 years old with like a tiny little bow trying to fire it, but mostly just the arrow like skewing off the bow. So like can't even get the sagging off. Yeah.
Do I think I could physically attach this to my horse?
No.
We might have to get to Lorenzo. What do you think?
Okie dokie. I can't think of any other way to transport this gigantic thing.
Sort of like a 7.5 foot tall giant log with a crossbeam and then covered in straw and hay and like a canvas bag with like a target on it.
How far away are we from the guild hall? Like, how long would I have to carry this for if I could theoretically carry
Go
it?
gadget,
I mean,
mobile,
if
press
we-
Like a 10-minute walk.
If we both try to lift it, is that a different
You
roll?
already did.
Oh, that was both of us.
I-
Okay.
This is theoretical. This is I forgot my name for a second. Leon, thinking. If I could like tie a rope around it, and then so we have the ability to pull it along the street, both of us, could that theoretically work?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, tying to a horse.
Probably to a degree.
Go get Lorenzo.
You're building a wall all day. You're
You are
busy.
building a wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
It takes you the whole day.
All right.
Which district are we in?
You're in the guild ward.
I could be interrupted briefly, surely.
Don't you have that friend?
Cosimo.
Yeah, is he strong?
No.
It's mostly Puff.
He's got a twunk build.
Twonk.
Yeah.
Why don't you just ask? Aren't you friends?
Yes, but would I know where to find him?
Not necessarily.
Well, I mean, I can sit here and start tying this up so then we can at least try dragging it all the way through the streets, which is going to be
Okay.
absolute fun.
Sure, I will.
It'll look like some
Go
form of
find help.
punishment.
I'll start trying to tie this.
Bring it back.
Try an engineering check.
yes.
Because I'll do it. Is it a jury-rigged model?
No. You're just tying
ropes
up.
Oh my god.
It mustn't be plugged into the power, maybe?
That is the power. I don't know what the go is.
Just
but
like
it's-
unseated or something.
It's annoying as
You
fuck.
can use this one.
Yeah, you could. That's true. Come on, bring
It's
it
turning
closer.
on. Ready, go.
4 successes.
4 successes.
Cool. You're hard at work tying lots of rope around it.
I will go and look wherever I think Cosimo might be, based on cavalier duties. Do I need to roll?
Don't see it anywhere.
Boo!
I don't see it. Okay, I guess I'll go past the guild.
You walk back to the guild.
Yes.
10 minutes later, you
Try to
arrive.
find-
Leonie, you're done tying it up.
Libero.
You're sitting next to it.
I watch people do archery.
I will try to avoid Dolorosa.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume Lorenzo is out the front,
He's building a wall.
building a wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I will go over and go, Lorenzo.
Just so you know, Lorenzo is wearing like a tank top
Okay.
because he can't get all his nice clothes, his
No.
guild clothes, dirty. So he's got a Jason Momoa thing going on right now. Just wanted to let you know.
note.
It's
Just so
sort
you
of
know,
his-
your
his
muscle check
slightly-
earlier, you
just so-
found it.
Yeah. It's like glistening, just gently glistening in the sun.
Okay.
Like, it looks like he's oiled up, but it's just natural. It just naturally occurs as he,
Bianca does a tiny tap on the muscle shoulder.
Yes.
Yeah, the muscle one.
Ah, Bianca.
Can we borrow you very quickly? Very, very quickly.
How's my work progressing?
You are fighting against the clock that you need to fix this before they get home and see the damage.
I really don't have much time.
Do you have any very strong friends who could help bring a target back to the guild?
Havada.
He's not exactly here. Okay.
Can I insights, intuition?
Me?
No, me.
You may. Yeah.
to sort of see
Yeah.
if helping seems like feasible at all. I got 3.
With 3 successes, you remember that there are 2 laborers working at the guild today that were at breakfast meeting with you. And there is also someone that often works for the guild that is pretty strong as well.
What about Proco and Blumpy?
Unfamiliar.
Write it down.
I am writing that down. Oh my god.
I've contributed to that.
Rocco and Blonky. Was it Blonky or Blompy?
Blumpy, yeah.
Is Celeste Muscly?
I've contributed to the lore.
Yes.
Yes. I remember.
But
I
don't you
don't
want-
know Blanky.
Proco
Blumpy.
and
Blanky.
Blumpy.
Blumpy.
That sounds like the name of 2 children's stuffed toys.
Got their names.
I'm sure these are real people, not imaginary
They were-
friends.
Oh, jeez.
They were in a
Lorenzo.
breakfast meeting.
Oh, them.
You've just
strong.
been following the interesting ones around.
The
They are, now,
troublesome ones.
they are now canonized.
I think you mean the troublesome ones, but thank you.
Fast forward to like episode 40 when they're like major players in like a serious
Arrow
plot
to the
point.
knee. We're like, no.
Lumpy has been kidnapped.
Okay, I will leave you to your work then and head inside.
I wish you all the best.
In pursuit of Proco and Blumpy.
Yeah, I will stand ugly at the door and say, Proco and Blumpy.
That's on me.
Does he look strong?
Yes.
A prompt Proco.
Perfect.
I love that you're like, oh, I get to get my NPC out. This is gonna be great. No, sorry, it's not gonna happen.
And then Celeste fades into the background again as my preferred choice before Proco and
I
Blumpy
can
were
get her.
introduced.
But I felt like you wanted Proco.
What do you need me to help you with?
Need some lifting and carrying of things back to the guild for the expo tomorrow.
Lifting and carrying things, and he punches Proco in the arm. That was Blumpy.
Lifting and carrying things, that's what we're good at. They don't let us touch
Amazing.
anything that makes us use our heads.
I've noticed they didn't really let me talk to you either, so this will be great.
Yeah, you guys have really been avoiding us. We've been here all the time, actually.
Hey,
That's why they're partners.
is one of them dressed in red and one of them dressed in green?
No.
Yeah.
But one of them
overalls.
is thicker and one of them is thinner.
Oh, yes! This is 100% like. Who were the ones in 101 Dalmatians? The
those
Yeah.
side people.
Getting those vibes.
You're so right.
Yeah.
Well, follow me. I have a very important job for you to do, and you will be back shortly, so Dolorosa shouldn't be mad.
What's it need? What you need again?
Target. From
You said lifting?
yes.
Oh, nice.
And they just
Great.
unbutton
Fantastic.
their tunics down to their... What?
They from Chicago.
They unbutton their shirts and roll them down and then tie them up and like flex
trying
a
not
few
to look.
times. And they just sort of head off. They're like regular just labourer dudes.
Okay,
and they
sweet.
head off with you.
I will lead
Getting
them.
vibes of the
And-
two guards in Undertale who just like flexing to each other.
Right after you leave,
Yeah.
walking, running back out of the kitchen holding an apple, Celeste walks into the room where Proco and Blumpy were sitting, looks left and right, the door's shut, and just sort of like looks down, slightly annoyed that the people she was hanging out with just left. And she just walks off.
I will lead these.
Celeste has an English accent, right? I feel like Celeste was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Celeste, hello.
Yeah, I think so. I will lead these workers back to Leone.
Okay.
I'm just sitting on the grass
And
watching
you do.
archery.
And you see, you describe a man roughly about, I will describe for you a man. He is roughly about 25 years old. He has a higher than average amount of bodily hair on his exposed upper body because his shirt is undone and tied around his waist. Often labourers in a Mediterranean area will just
Yeah, it's
not
hot.
wear shirts and stuff.
Yeah. Aussies do that.
He has the sort of barrel-chested physique of someone who enjoys spending his pay on food and beer, but also it's like underneath that
Me
is
too,
a
buddy.
lot of muscle. So he's like quite a big burly man. And next to him is a much taller, leaner, more wiry fellow that you've met before, and both of them have little soft flat caps on top of their heads at the same time as they're working.
That's sun protection.
That really, really bad Mario Bros. Movie.
Yeah.
The old one.
Yes, it's exactly that. Do they have any facial hair?
No.
No.
Neither of them have facial hair. Although the one with the lots of chest hair, he has like that really dark stubble. Like he clearly shaves, but he's got like, if he grew a beard, it would be one of those beards that looks like a hedgerow. Like it's so thick and dense, but it's just like shaved really.
Nice.
I will say proudly to Leonie, I found people who could help
You
us.
found
Rocco and Blumpy.
Yay! How you doing?
Hey, Leone. Hey, nice to see you again.
It's good to
Have
see
you
you.
been avoiding us?
I couldn't even if I tried.
I wouldn't have it any other way, Leone. And they help you
clap
carry
hands.
this thing back.
Yes.
And
Right.
it's fine. And then we never interact with Rocco and Blumpy again.
Hey, as they're carrying it back, I just want to say, well, actually, I should think about it. Where is this archery range in relation to the castle that we're doing the display for thing tomorrow?
It is at the castle.
So as we're walking back, I kind of go, I only just thought about it now. Is there really any point taking this back to the guild? Because we're going to have to bring it all the way back here tomorrow. Unless you guys are available for us to take it back.
I'd assumed you would have been taking a cart or something, you know? Wouldn't that make way more sense?
Do you have a cart at the guild?
I mean, the guild's got like 3 carts. You never thought to ask?
No.
I totally forgot.
I mean, remember, you guys even brought back one of the guild's carts.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
it was pretty destroyed.
Oh, what do you think we're for? Yeah, we're laborers. We fix things. What do you think we do? We just work. You guys are off running around catching dogs and getting stabbed in the chest. We're here working, you know?
know
Someone
what?
had to. We built 200 kites. 200 kites. God, we do all the work and we get no respect.
All right, Rocco and Blumpy, 10 out of 10 in my report note. No
Alicia?
notes.
Standing.
Alicia, who is watching this, we will be discussing it.
Jazza has thoughts.
Yeah.
Well, you
that's
know, we don't want people to take it, so now we have it.
Okay.
And it will also look very ceremonious and make a statement.
Make you look nice and professional. It's going to be lovely.
Exactly. You understand?
Of course I do. I've been in this business most of my life, you know?
Fascinating.
Okie dokie. I just thought it would be important to point that out. But it's fine.
You're a
Thank
smart
you.
kid, Leone.
That's me.
And then as you
me.
get back and they put this thing down, they actually set it in a cart ready to go tomorrow.
Oh, so nice.
They both look at each other and are like, job well done, Procco.
Do they like fist bump?
Job well done, Blumpy.
and then there's a
Brother.
and there's their hands clasped, and they do the hand clasp, but then they also do that. They come in with the other hand and like poke each other, and they hey, and like poke each other in the belly a little bit.
I'm imagining that muscle
Amazing,
meme.
Alicia.
Yeah.
It's really
Dylan
muscly.
It's like a small explosion of like dust.
That was good.
Fantastic.
With all their charm, you wonder why they're single.
Maybe they're not. Maybe they have each other.
Destiny time.
Maybe each other is all they need, Dave.
They're both single.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Potential suitors, they're single.
Procco and Blumpy are single.
Bianca
All right, and they exit stage left, never to be interacted with again, unless you ask to. Now I finally have names for the mysterious laborers I continually
Rocco and
reference.
Blumpy.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So-
What is Arvin doing is what I want to know.
It's a great question.
Yeah.
Hopefully being more productive.
We were productive. We got a whole target.
Like 3 hours to go and actually fight the labourer.
Hey. Work targets met. Thank you.
I just sorry, Alicia just said K and Y don't exist in Italian, so it's Procco with C's and Blumpy
Yeah, with a
an
C.
I.
Yeah, for sure.
It's funny. That's how I wrote Procco innately, but I did put a Y on
It's like
Blumpy.
Prosecco, but
That's how what
Procco.
I picked. Yeah, Procco. He goes on to invent Prosecco.
The parents just saw Prosecco on a bottle and were like, hey.
You have solved all your life's problems, but what is Arvin doing?
Thank you.
All right, so what Arvin is going to be doing immediately is determining what project he has that is most likely to be achievable by tomorrow. which is namely either working on this concoction to make lightweight materials or some sort of healing balm of some descript.
In a single day, without having discussed it with you, the healing one, but it depends on how far you're willing to go and how hard you're willing to work to make it happen.
I think,
Metal.
yeah, probably the latter. And let's just say, due to recent circumstances, not even including the fact that Havada gave me some mystical herbs, that I will be more than happy to go fully commit into the latter. Not entirely sure, due to previous research, if Arvin is able to target, whether he can make a concoction that can either like heal specific diseases, illnesses, or just like general wounds or something. But that would be my question.
Can the rest of the party just kind of hang out for like 2 minutes?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh,
Oh, sure.
I've been drawing Poco and Blumpy.
Whoa.
We can't have this conversation.
Think.
We're going to get
Well-
up to so much chaos. The
Well,
GM is
fortunately,
gone.
I can hit the pause button. Ready? Ah, there we go. See?
Whoa.
So it's like editing
Terrifying.
without bothering Born. Okay.
What you missed is we canonically gave Blumpy a tattoo.
Yes.
Which
Little love
says-
heart on his shoulder.
Mum.
Yeah.
And no regrets.
What's the Italian word for mum?
Mama.
Oh, okay.
Madre. That's like mother.
Yeah.
It's like mama.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All good?
The
Yeah, we're fine.
scheming has...
What's gaming?
Okay. All right.
so many red herrings.
Arvin.
Yeah.
Arvin is doing some stuff. What would you like? So you stay in your room for the majority of the day. Mm-hmm. Make a broad alchemy check, just to.
Cool. Okay. Can I have?
Although actually, I shouldn't be making you make alchemy checks. It's not a thing you meant to do. Make an engineering check
Okay.
Why can't he do an alchemy check?
because it's training for combat. It's not a skill.
No, but I digress.
It's currently not in the rule book. We may
You
revise
can
it.
have out of combat magic checks. It makes sense that you
Yeah.
should be able to use your profession. Like I should be able to use my blunt weapon skill
I
if
think-
which
I-
I think I did
I-
for the stone hitting
it-
competition.
I think it should be less used than all the time unless there's rules that explain how it works is all I'm saying.
Okay.
I think that no skill training should like overtake and replace a skill. That's my concern because 9 out of 10 skills are just weapons and it provides an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
So if my weapon skill is alchemy and I can effectively use that to replace engineering and knowledge for any time I need to do those checks, how come the swords person can't use? Oh, I want to replace my.
Yeah, swords
there-
are-
I agree that there needs to be a capacity to do it. In fact, remember at the start of the stream I mentioned different trainings having different feats.
Yeah.
I already have in my head that alchemy's feat is going to be basically allowing them to use skill checks and a thing for skill checks for using alchemy. But anyway,
Yeah. Also, I think that the initial start of any alchemy is probably like a lot of theory and mathematics in some regards. So I think engineering at the start and like maybe for like the final
I actually think
iterations,
knowledge. I think we'll do
experimentations.
knowledge instead because this is the earlier stages.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So
But there will. I agree we should be able to do it, but I think it needs a framework
okay. So knowledge nested.
in intelligence. Yeah. Challenge level 3.
How'd your dice get over there?
These aren't even mine. These are Jen's.
So if they're all bad, it's not my fault.
3.
Where are your dice?
Over the course of the day, you piece together some information that you've been working on. A few little, as you said, from recent thoughts, a few things click into place for you. And it becomes apparent by the time dinner comes around that you know what you need to do to make some progress on this experiment for tomorrow.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I will go and procure some resources. Also, sorry, how late in the day is it? Is what you said?
At this,
arriving.
I said you arrive to the conclusion at about dinner time.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do anything at that time. It's up to you when you do things. Does Arvin attend supper?
Sop? Afternoon sop?
Do you have your evening sop?
Evening sop?
Yeah, no, I will.
Sop is your meal tonight. So,
Great.
Soup.
no.
No, sop.
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 Yes, and then I'll
The bit of bread.
That is sop.
think
Bit of
over
sop.
food, basically.
Sop is an extremely common medieval dish. It's one of the most common dishes. It's the term. It is literally where the term supper comes from. Sop is basically a highly liquid. It can be
It's
any
like porridgey.
liquidy mix. So it can be. They can be
gruel.
sweet. So it can be like milk and cinnamon and herbs, but it can also be like beef stock and that kind of thing. And then you have it with bread, typically like cheap and old bread that's very dry and stale, and you sop. That's where the term sopping comes from. You put that dry bread in the liquid and it becomes sodden, and then you can eat the bread and the food together. Yeah, it's a very common, very cheap meal, very often eten by poor people.
Sop.
Sop.
You learn
And now you've
something
all
new
learned
every day.
Or you haven't.
So, how has productivity been? We got the target back, so we're ready for a safe, portable demonstration.
Hopefully.
I have repaired the building.
I was going to offer to help if you were still going, but you're done.
All done.
Oh, I apologize for making the task.
Well,
for
you certainly demonstrated what you needed to. If there is anything else that needs to be accomplished before tomorrow, then I haven't seen
Is
you all
Arvin
day.
here? Yeah, okay.
You, how have you progressed?
Well, considering it's been one day, and I've been working on these things for quite a while now. But I think with help from Havada, I have something to point me in the right direction, and I might actually have something for tomorrow.
That's very
We
exciting.
can only show one thing, right?
I believe that is correct.
Which direction did you end up going in?
It's an expo. You could show two things.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Something along the lines of a healing salve or a potion.
What
Brilliant.
about your little, the little thing I thought was a rat
Ticket.
in your alley? Yeah, in your attic. I don't know why I said alley.
I mean, Ellie, attic, bedroom, same thing.
Yeah. In your attic, your little.
He is not something to be shown off
Did you make him though?
in the way, but
Because
it
that's
is
pretty
not.
incredible.
It is not the fruits of my labor or ingenuity.
Right. Okay.
It was someone else's work.
Another guilder
Yes.
from here.
Lorenzo,
The room goes quiet as you're having a conversation, like because everyone's at the dinner table, and there is like a palpable, like the tone of the room just gets quieter,
The
and you notice
music
everyone
stops.
stops talking.
Lorenzo signals like,
Yeah.
don't go there.
Arvin's like sort of stabbing at the bowl with the spoon, like he's not with us.
Apologies.
Healing salve, eh? From across the table. Arvin?
Yes.
And you look up at Celeste, taking in her for the first time. As Arvin, you often look down in your head, and you see that she has a caked amount of dried blood running from one side of her head down the side of her cheek. I could have used that today.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Which building did you encounter today?
This one. But I regret to inform everyone that unfortunately, the Barrow's flying machine is not yet fit for the sky.
You'll get there one day, Celeste. Don't worry.
You're right, I will. And with that
Please be
attitude,
careful.
I'm always careful. Mm-hmm. And she
The blood drips.
she puffs out her collar, and there's like dried blood on her shirt.
Yes. Well, I'll endeavor to work twice as hard just for your sake, Celeste.
She nods in appreciation.
After dinner, when everyone sort of heads off, Lorenzo wants to go visit De La Rosa.
Cool. Where do people all go after dinner?
I'll go home.
Home?
Bye.
here, back to
If
my
I'm not-
room.
Back to room.
Preen my feather.
Feather preening.
I go outside.
You go outside?
Yep.
Lorenzo. You see Leone leaves, Arvin leaves.
Good night.
Bianca goes
Bye.
into the bedroom. Yo, Dolorosa.
What's up, fam?
Lorenzo walks in with a rolled up large sheet of parchment.
Yo, Hepcat, what's up? She says.
Does she?
No.
Hello, dog.
Whoa.
He comes in with the large picture that he did of Elagrano. That he had tucked away sort of in shame when they got back. But he's been sort of...
That you didn't burn.
He didn't burn. It was
Okay.
the large... Remember, he came back, he dropped off,
Yeah, he did hide it. Yeah.
and then they went back, and then he burnt his sketchbook. But this was actually a large piece of parchment that belonged to the guild. Mistress, I'm afraid I have a confession to make. When we went on our trip, I took some of the guild's resources with me, and I was fueled by my frivolous desires, as you know, that I am often driven by. And that led to circumstances that resulted in my not being there when Arvin was injured. And this has awoken the necessity for responsibility in me that I don't think I've ever really taken stock of. This is the last piece that I have done where that part of me was lingering but leaving. I would feel wrong if, even though my time will have been wasted and with borrowed materials that I should not have taken away, if I did not at least give it to you for use in the guild or whatever purpose. But I do want to give you an assurance that that will be the last of it, of these frivolous impulses. Today's work did me good, and I am ready to serve you and the guild in whatever way you need, but I will be wise and practical and learn from my mistake. If it be drawing, I will stay within the lines and do what is required. And if you need my hammer or need my skill anywhere else, I will also offer that. There is not a day that I will not be grateful for the chance you have given me.
About time you take this position seriously.
And this is a folded piece of large parchment, yes?
I'd say rolled
up.
Yeah.
She grabs it and slides it across the table. And there is like a refuse bin in her room for throwing stuff out later. And she hovers her hand to like drop it in the bin. And then she looks at you and she says,
Interesting, Lorenzo. You say your work is frivolous, and yet that it would be a waste for this not to be given to or used by the guild. So, which is it?
and she shakes her hand holding this rolled up parchment.
Is it of value, or is it frivolous?
That's a very good question. That is the question I think I've been wrestling with for a long time, and a balance I have not found a way to strike. How can I thought foolish to myself, maintain these passions, these yearnings, and fit them in, slip them in where not asked for, because I need it, for me. And then change or warp the thing that was asked of me, giving it a loose shape when sharpness and accuracy and detail is required. So I don't know. To be honest, I feel like that is not a thing I am choosing to be a judge of anymore. I think there isn't a value in, and he sort of chuckles to himself, and my father would laugh to hear me say this, but perhaps there is a value to obedience and prudence that I hadn't realized.
She gives you a look down her nose, like inclines her head in such a way, even though she's shorter than you, that it's like almost trying to pierce your soul and like have a real mental moment that she doesn't often do in public. I'm trying to figure out if you want me to tell you everything you've done is okay, or if you want me to help you wipe the past of your wasteful mind.
With respect, for the first time, I don't think I am searching for another's approval. I think I am accepting a path chosen more wisely and informing you that you have my continued service. Hopefully, a little more thoughtfully, and perhaps I can produce some results that will be good for the guild.
Glad to hear it. Keep your pen in the line and focus on your talent, and you will draft some of the greatest designs LUCEVERA has ever seen, with my careful tutelage.
Yes, mistress.
Now, I'm glad to hear you won't be wasting your talent anymore. And then she gestures to the door, and as she does, she lets go of the piece of rolled parchment and drops it in the bin.
And he walks out.
Cool. The door shuts. And as the door shuts and her eyes are staring at the back of the door, she looks down, leans over, takes the parchment out of the bin, and unfurls it on her table. And how she reacts to that, you won't know.
Doesn't know.
Yeah, but you don't know that, of course.
But the audience knows.
So, Arvin has gone for a journey.
Actually,
Did
before
he sneak out?
no, I should actually slightly alter things. Like I go to my room and get
Some stuff.
my stuff. Mm-hmm. This is just, I'll just walk out. So yeah, I have like my alchemist's bag and some other stuff. So yeah, no, I just
Are you trying to avoid anyone, or are you just heading out?
no.
Okay.
I just
So
head out.
you note Arvin leaving with his bag about the time you step out of Dolores' office. Lorenzo,
Oh, sorry.
if you care, it's not
Say
really.
that again.
You note Arvin leaving with his bag after you step out of Dolores' office to see Arvin walking out.
Arvin, would you like company?
If you'd like.
I would actually. A bit of fresh air would do me good after a hot day.
Sure. I'm just heading out to get some more resources, materials.
Well, consider me an available hand if you need anything. Otherwise, hopefully, friendly company. And I'll follow you out.
Certainly.
Describe your journey. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm following you.
Yeah, now you have company with
Yeah.
you,
Cool. All right.
which means the audience is there too.
I guess the first and foremost thing is that I will try and acquire a few more materials of like whatever it might be available, either from gardens and also if there's any shops open at this time. I'm assuming probably not if it's like past up, but I'm not sure how the city operates.
I wish I could tell you, but I wasn't listening. Go again.
Wow,
Sorry.
GM.
I'm reading a deep piece of information that I needed.
All right. That's cool.
I wasn't like on my phone or something. I'm like, how much is the cost of this? Anyway,
No, I like go through like a few gardens, get some more resources, like some specific like nightshade weeds that are like being growing and haven't been attended to.
Make a survival intelligence check to
Okay.
rummage and scrummage and gather herbs. Well,
Rummage and
That's another NPC character.
rummage and scrummage.
4
successes. You managed to gather all the ingredients you need over the course of an hour or two.
Cool.
Basically jumping fences and taking things from gardens that aren't wanted. While Lorenzo tags along.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
and-
help carry stuff.
Yeah. Lorenzo will be getting an absolute earful about what each and every one of these things can be used for.
He'll be keen for the distraction.
Make a intelligence. I'm going to say investigation check for you,
Me.
Lorenzo.
Okay. I got 2.
You actually take some of it in.
Okay.
As you were explaining
I'm
the properties
getting a
of
little
some herbs and-
education. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And now I'm going to head towards the markets and stuff, like whatever is still open, I guess, doing any
Probably
trade.
nothing now
Probably
that it's late. Yeah. All the market stalls are closed.
Yeah. So, tell me, Lorenzo, you're a big man who gets in the way of things.
I try. Well, I need to more, to be honest.
And I was-
I was
I saw-
looking at your.
Yeah, so like look you over a bit. It's like you don't wear any armor yourself.
No, well, there's never been any need to, except for in the last few weeks. But
Yeah, so I mean,
it has been playing on my mind, to be honest, especially for you.
yes, perhaps it was I don't know, bravado and safety in numbers, which is a foolish thing after some soldiers that I had seen my parents treat during the war, but I feel reckless having launched into battle with mystical animals and wearing naught but my academy uniform.
And I feel foolish for having let you. I can't believe I didn't accompany you. I will not let that happen again, I say with a grimace.
Well, that makes 2 of us. And Pat now sort of like a gesture to one of the buildings we're looking at. Is like, I think I will pay this smithy a visit tomorrow and see about making an order for some armor, some defensive measures.
Oh,
If we are
that's
to do that again.
That is a very good idea. I don't want to see you in the state that you were in the other day.
Yes, seconded. All right.
So, shall we
Yes,
see if we can get this working?
Yep. For the future of the guild. Tomorrow will be the the test, I suppose.
Well, we've met those with some resolve in the last while, so hopefully that continues.
All right, we've done enough free gardening for the neighborhood for one night. Let's go home.
Okay. You head back. Head to bed.
Are you working?
Does Arvin
Yeah,
have a
I'm-
bed?
Arvin will be
it's
working
there somewhere.
all night.
Yeah,
on
I'll be
this.
working.
So I'll stay up until like it starts to become irresponsible, and then go to bed.
Okay.
So, like I'm just helping move materials, and just so you can keep your focus, like just being an assistant, watching Ticket with amusement.
Yeah, I'll work late, and then eventually I will get necessary sleep.
Okay. But you're making no further outings in the evening.
No.
Okay.
Spooky question.
Yeah.
Well, I had a list of things that he needed to procure, and he didn't procure them. So,
Things were shut.
yes. Yes.
Robbery.
Yeah, I was about to say there are other means of
Oh my
gathering things.
goodness.
It depends on how important it is. Like, it's for tomorrow,
Could he go super early in the morning?
not have enough time to do the experiment.
I see.
You have to go when you get up, basically.
Yeah, well, that's my plan.
To go when you get up to the event.
No, he means we have to
You-
go to the
you won't-
expo
you
as
won't
soon
have
as we
time
get
to-
up.
Oh, okay. See, this information was not.
Yeah, you won't have time to get up, go shopping,
All right, I'll get
come
the
back,
combat music ready.
Test.
and
well, okay.
and do it. 'Cause it
Alvin
will take
jumps
you, it'll
out the
take you like
window.
a couple of hours to actually make the salve. And
Are we
the
rewinding
expo is like
or-
all day.
I guess so.
We're
yeah.
still outside.
Okay, you're still outside.
Well,
You're on your way back.
need
Imagined
armor.
going home.
You're on your way back, or you've just done that.
So,
Cool.
have you got everything you need?
Nope. There's a couple more things, and
I'm going to put on the spooky background.
everything is shut. So I'm going to have to do
A forest.
some borrowing.
It's the only nighttime one we have.
Quite honestly, Lorenzo, like, I'm going to leave payment, but you might not want to be part of this, to be honest.
You're leaving payment. I don't see the problem.
So, yeah,
I'll join him. I'll provide assistance to the checks.
You will fix any walls that are broken.
Like I can hold the heavy window open or whatever. I don't know. If a big dog comes at you, I'll punt it. Yeah.
Okay, we're doing crime. So,
Yeah, let's
and
go.
Lorenzo is going to be part of it, right?
where are you,
Cavalier is
where are
not
you
there, so
going
you're
to
safe.
find what you need? Where are you thinking? If you don't know as a person, you can make a check to have a think about it. You can make a knowledge check.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Cool. Go for it. Make a knowledge check.
Sure.
I think with Lorenzo coming along, it's going to be pretty. We can just say what you're getting, right?
Sure.
Yeah, cool. I'll explain when Okay. You're aware that there's immediately outside the castle walls, there's several sort of rural properties that begin the agricultural work begins as soon as the castle walls end. You got five successes. That would involve going past the gate guards. You are also aware that at the fair market, there is a particular larger established food stall that obviously makes things fresh, who has some pens behind that you could potentially go in and investigate.
Cool, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I will do that one, the latter.
Are you both being discreet?
Yeah, I'll be trying to. If we're being sneaky, Lorenzo's not morally worried about this because we're paying and he trusts Arvin's.
Yeah, how empty are the streets is literally
There's
just
guards
us.
walking around with torches here. Well, in fact,
Lanterns. Horses with lanterns.
Horses with lanterns.
what?
Yeah, that's a throwback. Cosimo's horse had a lantern in it.
Yeah. The Cavaliers have lanterns. The city guards.
Okay,
Lanterns are pretty
right.
expensive. The guards actually wouldn't really be carrying torches because there's enough small light in this part of the city. There's some sconces that burn and a big fire pit in the. So there's long thrown shadows from fire. It's not very. It's like being near a place where there's a bonfire. But yeah, there's a handful of people wandering around the streets. It's a city, but it's not very busy.
Yeah, no, I mean, not as basically casually.
Okay.
Because anything else is just a bit shifty.
So you are going to need to roll a deception check then.
Okay.
For you are not sneaking. You are
we doing this
blending
separately,
in.
or-
Yeah, you both are. Both make a separate check in this case.
Oh, boy.
5 successes.
Whoa, Oven.
Oven.
Rolling
I'm
the
afraid this is
fire.
where I become a liability.
Oh dear.
With 5 successes, I'm going to give you an extra dice. He's so good that it's making you look good by association.
Oh.
Lorenzo's
Lorenzo.
just yes.
And you're going to leave it as a 1?
How important is this vibe? How important is this seeming to Arvin?
Possibly the difference between having a thing tomorrow and not.
I'll spend an act.
Okay. You're lucky because I'd rolled 1 and we were going to have to re-roll if you didn't. So,
Also, I think you bumped the wires.
so
Have you got ears?
you,
I can
Yes.
hear. Yeah.
Lorenzo, you are awful. You are so bad at blending in. You look completely suspicious. But somehow Arvin does such a good job.
Kronk
That
with
you-
his theme song.
You basically manage to play off him and you pull it together using your quick thinking. You sort of realize that the best thing to do would be to play into that foil.
Lorenzo just
And-
looks drunk.
Yeah, you basically play off each other to the point where the people who were starting to raise an eyebrow look away because it's clearly just a drunken. And
Yeah,
he
it's
is-
like he's What are you doing?
And after walking to the bottom of Fairmarket, you arrive at a place, and upon arriving, Lorenzo becomes clear of what it is as you see the butcher's signposts and some pricing. There's no meat on display. There's nothing really on display in the racks or anything. It's all empty and ready to be prepared for the next day. There's some, everything's been packed away, and then behind it, sort of away from where the tents and pavilions are, there's a little alleyway between buildings, and in there's some pens where you can see some rustling of some animals moving around.
Well, what are you looking for?
One of those back there. The goats.
A goat.
Yeah, goat.
A whole goat.
Oh, I don't want a half one. Jesus.
Well. Okay. Okay. I'll try and. Can we? What?
You climb over the little fence?
Yeah.
And what are you trying? A goat's looking at you with its goat eyes.
Does it have a little goatee?
Yes.
I want to first charm it.
Is that why they're called
All right.
goatees?
I've just got some rations. I keep rations on me. I'll give it a little bit to try and. I want to try and have it unprepared so that
Okay.
I can just lift it up on my
This works
shoulders.
really well with the dog.
Make a charm check with disadvantage because it's a goat. You can't
checks
like your goat. Your capacity to make rational conversation with a goat is limited.
Well, it's
but you do
food.
have some food. I know, but whether or not you win its lifelong allegiance or it just eats the food and then bites your pants, that's between you and the goat.
Or screams.
Fair enough.
You have 2 less die. You reroll up to 2 successes.
Oh well, they were all successes. So
Oh.
that's 3.
Even with the
successes.
disadvantage, you managed to
Nice.
kind of get it off guard as it's eating out of your hand.
Lorenzo is
And
goaded.
I'm just gonna hoist it over my
Strength check.
power.
Yeah, power is fine.
Where's Proco and Blanky when you need them?
I think
1, 2,
Lorenzo's
3,
got it.
4.
Oh, yeah, okay. Right.
As this goat is lifted and hefted over your shoulders.
I'll move briskly.
Yep.
All right, let's go. Is this the only thing you need? Because this is the only.
That will do.
Yes. Okay.
Cool. And as he sort of comes past, I'll take out some some sweet grasses and herbs and stuff, and sort of feed that to it as well, just to keep it.
Where did you leave the money?
Busy.
Did you pay? Where did you pay?
No, I'm about to. Get out of the way.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Puts the coins in the goat's mouth. Like a slot machine.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna leave a small pouch of silver, slightly more than the goat is worth.
Probably 6 silver is
Yeah.
more than it's worth.
Yeah,
And
and
probably be a sheep is probably worth about 6 silver. A goat's probably about 4. So yeah.
I should get myself a pet goat.
If you leave it in
Yeah,
the pouch, you could leave it in the pen where they'd look for it.
No, I'm not gonna leave it in the pen. I'm gonna leave it out of reach of any of the other goats.
That's
Okay.
That's much wiser. Okay. Don't leave me in charge of this
I'm
stuff.
playing goatsy woatsy before.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to leave 7 silver.
Okay. You leave 7 silver on a table.
Yeah.
And you
Right. Yeah. And now this time we're gonna probably be a lot more discreet about.
I will get a stealth check from both of you.
You're going to have to
Yeah.
put
And
your
either-
hand
either
over the
coax-
goat's mouth.
Yeah, either coax the goat into silence or
I love
Potentially
the
make quiet.
conversation you guys would have had outside is, right, so you're going to have to steal a goat tonight. Good luck. I'd love to think it's the conversation.
I love Lorenzo
pretty
just
much
going
was.
along with
Yeah.
it. Lorenzo's like, okay, I go.
I got 2.
all right. Is it deception again?
Stealth.
I was basically like, you need goat milk for the recipe. We've covered that. So
The whole goat?
yeah, continue.
Dang,
There's
just
no
milk the
refrigerators,
goat.
mate. It's the medieval days. The Renaissance.
Bring a bottle and milk the goat.
And leave the goat.
Oof.
That seems
Yeah, I'm gonna.
foolproof. It's fine.
You know what? I'll knack that to take it to a 2. Actually, no. I'm going to use fast fixer.
Okay. Well, how many did you get, Lorenzo?
2.
2.
Fast Fixer lets you re-roll once out of combat.
Once a day.
Once a day, reroll 1 skill check.
Nice.
It's 11:59.
Wow.
You got 2.
Yeah, it's 2.
That's a lot of 2s there.
Yeah. Which, you know what? just for the sake of it, I want this to go well. I will still use the mind. I'm going to take it to 3.
He'll still use the neck.
Yes, sorry. Look, the little thing is like right under the big word that says mind.
Oh no.
I'll like try
Oh no.
I'll just like have little bits of food and like try and feed it to it over my shoulder.
As you're weaving sneakily, like taking sort of the side of the main road, and going, trying to sort of slightly avoid the obvious areas, you turn a corner right as you hear the of a goat, and you bump into, literally, Lorenzo bumps into a town guard who is literally in the midst of pulling his breeches up as he's just been pissing in the alleyway.
What's going on here?
Oh, just heading back. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you, sir.
What the?
His eyes tight, and he finishes pulling his pants up and scrutinizing.
What are you doing? What are you doing with that goat?
It's just preparing for
We're taking it home.
Yeah.
Sorry, broke out. You have goats, am I right?
They're cheeky ones. They get out.
Why are you heading into the city
Because that's where we live.
with a goat?
It's a pet. He just
Yes.
likes to go for walks.
Make a deception check.
Why did I do that? Why did I do that? You should have said it, not me.
He just likes to go for night walks, you know.
Way to please my goat.
I'm gonna need Lorenzo.
1.
Oh
I'm gonna
dear.
go for a reroll.
Oh,
Ooh.
Mari got
I know
2.
you got 2.
Yeah.
2.
Here's the thing.
Oh, that's not.
And he takes a half step back from you both, and you can see his expression is rapidly changing from one of belief to suspicion.
I don't buy it. Whose goat is that?
Well, it's not for sale.
So you took it.
No, you cannot buy our goat. Can he, Percival? And I pat, I pat his butt. Oh, cheeky Percy.
It's like, sorry, is there a problem? He won't get out again.
He don't buy it.
Listen, ask Bianca of the what's the crown? What's it called?
Cavaliers.
The Cavalier of the Crown. She's actually
Take me to your home.
sure. Please come.
All right.
You know how to deal with the situation. Come on. Leon is so badly once.
How do you deal with the situation?
Bribe him. Oh, I thought you wanted to punch him.
No,
right.
no.
The guard starts walking with you.
That's pretty funny.
Where are you headed?
All right. We're going to start walking towards. Well, actually, where in the city are we?
You're just south of the All Trades Assembly.
Yep. So east of us is the slums.
No, that's northwest significantly. So you can bring up the map if you want.
I don't know how to do that. This one?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm a genius.
So you've come from Fairmarket, which is this area down here,
Yeah.
and you're now traveling sort of up. And I'd say you were kind of weaving through these buildings.
Yeah.
About the time in one of these alleyways. All Trades Assembly is straight across, just there. To go to the other ward, you would have to either go through here and then go through that gate, go through the west gate, or you go through the
What
northwest gate.
other ward would you need to go to?
The commons they're talking about.
Push him in the river.
Yep. All right.
In the poo river.
So we're going to start heading that way towards the commons. And as we're doing so, I'm going to start just, quietly concocting a little something.
Okay. Make a stealth check
Okay.
as you root around with your bag. Challenge level 2.
Are any goats milkable? Or just female goats?
2.
Just female goats.
You called him Percival. I hope you got a female goat.
I did, and her name is Percival.
It's a different process to get the milk.
Don't.
Sorry.
2.
2 successes. That's a reroll.
Oh.
Oh, it's a defensive roll. Okay.
No, it was tied.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, I understand.
Challenge level 3.
Oh dear.
1, 2, and I'm going to, use my last mind.
Knack.
Knack. So we're going to reroll.
Do you
I could
have
eventually.
a mind?
Challenge
Dave
level
Murray?
1.
Come on.
Oh my god,
Wow.
that's a sweet
That
failure.
is a demoralizing sweeping
No.
failure. You suffer negative spirit, right?
That is
That is
negative
6.
2.
I am.
That's insane.
Six.
I'm going to use my last knack to.
What, have you
fly
got
all
another
that.
knack?
Yes,
think
because I have 3 mind now.
Minus 1 spirit.
Oh, he has 3 mind.
Oh.
So you have another knack.
How did you
Yeah.
get 3 mind?
Never you mind.
Because I hadn't used that.
Oh.
Have you guys gotten +1 attribute now? No, you shouldn't have +1 attribute now.
No.
Oh, is he
Sure,
1
like
mind, 2 body?
1 body, 2
No,
mind.
you've got more than.
What?
You
Yeah,
shouldn't
no.
have more than
I should
4.
only be 2 and 2. Oh,
Yeah.
I'd marked it off then.
Yeah.
Okay, then I lied.
Okay.
And that shouldn't be like that.
So
It's not me this time.
there
Goes
is
high. We'll use
there is
neck.
a smashing sound as a small vial hits the ground as Arvin's sweaty hands fumble through his bag for a solution.
Oh no.
Oopsie.
And the walking, well, you got a sweeping failure. The walking
So
stops.
I also lose spirit from that, yeah?
Yeah, you lose 2 spirit. What are you doing?
I'm going through my stuff.
What for? All right, this is getting too suspicious.
Come speak to Bianca, a Cavalier of the Crown. She will explain that this is our goat,
And where is she?
staying with us at the...
Where?
Wait, were we not trying... We were trying
He was
to...
sort of Arvin was trying to lead you into the commons.
Oh,
but
so
you're
we're
maybe not that aware.
No.
But
Now we've just given them a name to find us through.
he's staring you down, guard uniform. Lorenzo, you're standing there being stared down by a 5'9" man. So stared up by a 5'9" man. But he's looking at you, scruffy, disheveled, angry, accusatory. Where?
having a silent conversation with
Yeah,
Arvin,
right
like,
in
what do
front
we-
of him. I'm imagining that exact facial expression on Lorenzo.
Things are getting immediately more dire the
We-
longer you don't say something.
We paid. Fucking don't know what to do. Oven.
Never send Jazza on this kind of mission ever
He
again.
just wanted some fresh air.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
All right, now he has 2 names.
What were you going to do with the goat? Were you going to carry it back?
Yes!
Kiss it.
It's a goat.
Do you're looking at Arvin, this guard is staring you down. Where? Where is this Bianca? What is your answers?
Follow me. And I
I can't deal with this.
All right, Lorenzo said follow me, so I'm going to take his lead.
Where do you go, Lorenzo?
You're both so helpless.
Oh no, I don't know.
Just to get.
What would Lorenzo do?
Yeah, Lorenzo.
You're unlucky so far.
Lorenzo would sit down and cry.
It's just. He's like, I lost my help.
All right.
No, Lorenzo has to solve this situation. The guard is staring there. He has identified the weak link. The guard is not interrogating Arvin. The guard is seeing this guy who's flop sweating and Arvin, yeah, where are I got? And he's
Listen,
hammering him down.
listen, Arvin, can you run and wake up Bianca?
You're not going anywhere.
Well,
Take
I'm
me.
carrying a goat.
Take me to the. Why is this so hard? If you were innocent. He starts glancing around a lot more than he was before.
We needed a goat, and we paid for it. We left more than the amount that would be asked for the goat. It is an emergency. A goat emergency.
Make an empathy check with disadvantage. Challenge level 4.
Oh! Goodness. Goodness.
The least.
So you gotta reroll.
I'm gonna use a fucking axe!
Okay, you still got to reroll 2 successes because you have disadvantage.
Oh, god damn it!
Do that before you use an act.
Just re-roll.
Two successes get rerolled.
Oh, crap.
2 successes, but reroll before. You might roll
Good luck.
successes again.
One was.
I'll use an axe, and
To
we'll have to
match it.
re-roll.
Yep. This is it's so intense.
5 successes.
Oh my god, Dave!
Alright, I failed.
5 of 5.
Dave!
You didn't touch my dice tonight, Al.
Give me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Spit on him.
Sorry, guys.
Guards!
Oh no.
You go. I'll take... Oh, no, but that doesn't... I drop the goat and say...
You could throw the goat to Arvin and say run,
to Arvin...
and he could catch it and run if you want to keep the goat. But you're taking the fall.
I throw the goat to Arvin.
Arvin, we're going to need a goat catching check.
All right. What's a goat catching check?
A
poor
goat
goat.
catching check is an obvious check, surely. Was there any particular skill you'd like to use? I'm going to say it's a reaction check.
Coordination, maybe?
I think reaction
Could
is
be
the
a few,
perfect
yeah.
reaction for this.
Reaction is perfect reaction.
Okay. Sure. Reaction. Perfect.
Do you want to pair it with a different trait?
Yeah.
You could do strength. You could do... Probably not a mental trait, to be honest. You
How
react
about
to
finesse to grab onto a struggling goat?
Yeah, sure. Finesse reaction. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Challenge level is going to be dictated by Jazz's throw. Jazza, can I get an acuity or a coordination check with reflexes?
Doesn't that mean
It would be the
Jasper
same,
wants
so-
to do badly?
I got 3.
3 successes out of how many dice?
4.
It's challenge level 1.
I got one.
Oh, thank goodness.
There you go. With
Ow.
the perfect throw from Lorenzo, you get hucked a goat, and Arvin, you catch this goat.
I throw in the goat, and I immediately stride in the direction we came from and say, here, let me show you where we left the payment. And I walk away, leaving the guard to decide who is going to follow.
Arvin, what do you do?
Run?
Not at all suspicious.
Oh, wait.
Can I get...
Wait, you're still trying to play this off?
I want an agility check.
Yeah.
Yeah, this wasn't a throw to me. Run!
I want
You've hucked it to me.
Yeah.
And now you're like,
But I'm like, here, come
follow
follow me. I will show you where we left payment.
I want an agility check for some fast off the mark movement. See how you go.
okay, yeah, well, if he isn't yelling run at me, then that is not
I'm
my
assuming he
response.
said run.
No,
You
he
threw a goat
didn't.
and said run.
He didn't say run.
You just
He
started-
said
I
Okay,
think
okay.
Jazz has said run.
Okay.
I said
okay.
Okay, yeah, that's the confusion.
Lorenzo is trying to play it cool.
Cool.
Okay.
That's about to become immediately hard. So what's Arvin doing?
There are about to be guards.
Is one goat really worth this much?
While he says that, so in that moment, as Arvin turns and says run, he says that, he's shouted guards at the top of his lung. He whips the cudgel off his waist and readies it in his arm.
Yeah, I'm walking away. I'm like, here, come follow me. I'll show you where I left the
Okay.
payment.
He's following after him. So for the moment, the guard turns his back on Arvin and takes 2 strides towards Lorenzo, who is walking away.
All right, I stealthily duck away.
Make an agility check because you're still close.
This did not go the way I expected.
Did not.
Did you expect to steal a goat today?
I did not.
I told you might not want to be part of it.
Role playing, my friends.
I didn't know I shouldn't be a part of it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Well, you get a
god!
spirit for a sweeping success.
Five.
Arvin, you You like
melt.
Goat loves you.
Looney Tunes it out of there. Like you just like off like a bullet.
and the rest of the body follows.
Can I get?
And the goat is actually
You're
silent.
currently unarmed, aren't you?
Yeah.
Can I get a defensive roll from you?
Sure.
For the record, I was trying to make like
I'm going to
some
give
sort
you
of a
2 less
potent,
dice.
like
Two less.
drowses,
Because you're
like knock him
surprised.
out,
Okay.
sort of thing.
All right.
That's and it never goes
got
the way you
3.
want it to go.
And it made
Okay.
it awkward when he now knows that.
He got 5.
Oh my god.
Oops.
I touched them though.
Who's got the rule book?
Me? I have
Maybe
a
just a
rule
quick
book, not
squeeze.
the rule book.
Just need to know how much damage Jazza takes.
Oof.
Oh my goodness. This is gonna be great.
This is why you don't say yes to everything.
Don't be a
Great,
yes
great
man.
irony of 2 hours earlier, we were like looking at armor.
You take 3 damage as a wooden cudgel with a heavy knotted end, the kind guards use for disciplining people, smacks into the back of your leg.
To be fair, the GM did bait you into this, so you know.
Dolores is gonna be so mad.
Well, this is very justified.
Should
Ow!
have just bribed him.
Yeah. I was good.
Stop running!
I'm not running.
Where's your friend then?
Where did he go? He stole my goat!
Another defensive roll.
You gave him the go.
You've already failed every check against this guy. We're past the point of
3, 4.
4 successes. You basically put your hands up reflexively with your big muscly arms and shield as another cudgel blow smacks into you, but you block it.
Listen, please.
On the ground! He's not listening. Couple of windows open.
I bolt. Oh my god! No! No! No!
That was a 1.
No!
A 1 on the destiny die.
Do you know what I think has to happen at this point?
Yeah.
He dies.
That's not what I was going to say. I think we have to come back. I think.
Oh my god, it's time to go.
Yeah,
We
we're
got a
way past.
cliffhanger.
I rolled a 1 on my little random chance destiny dice just to see what was about to happen.
This is going to be a
something
really,
We got a 1.
interesting and upsetting.
really eventful expo
Remember
tomorrow.
when Pro got hit in the back of the head with a baseball bat in an alleyway?
So join us next week as we find out what happens to Lorenzo.
Tune in next week as we find out. Yeah. Thanks, Jen. It's not a teacher of the day. It's just a total Lorenzo knockout.
Wow.
His body will be in the forest.
This was fun.
That went well.
Hey, I said I'd take a hit for you.
You did?
I did.
Yeah.
Karma has come around.
Also
baby.
threw me under the bus. Thanks.
Sorry.
You are so going to jail, and tomorrow morning is going to be super interesting.
We're going to turn up to the expo. There'll be a Lorenzo just there like,
Well, he was so going to be going to jail, and then he said, "I want a bolt," and then I rolled a 1. So he might not be going to jail anymore. We'll see. We'll soon find out. The lynch is strong with this town.
dear.
We'll see how we go.
It's not how
But-
I envisioned
Next
anything
week.
turning out.
Thank you, patrons. Thank you for all. You know, the coolest kind of person is those people that clicked follow on the Kickstarter.
I love
They're
those ones.
actually like a high tier of person.
They're pretty
a high
cool.
caliber. Yeah.
special place in our hearts.
they're cooler than Lorenzo. I'll give them that.
Rip.
It's not hard.
Well,
Let's be honest.
in this episode, Lorenzo and Arvin stole a goat and got in trouble with the law.
And
We had ideas, and then the dice said no.
And we
Oh
met
my
the
god, the
Mario
dice
Brothers.
were crazy. You failed so many rolls that weren't even hard.
there was that. What was that? 5 failures when you just needed a 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
That is
I
so
rolled
rough.
6 dice. That was
That
6
is
dice.
so
Yeah.
rough.
Well, bye everyone.
Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.